This camera that I purchased is an old Soviet camera, and as you can imagine, with all that's happening, it's easy to forget that Russia and Ukraine, they used to be brothers, and the old Soviet cameras are a representation of that brotherhood that they had back then. There we go, that could work. Let's take this out, and here we go. A pretty sizable camera here. So the case is pretty nice. That's a Zorki. The camera case is nice. Nice leather. And here's the camera, guys. This is the Zorki 4K camera. It's a beautiful, beautiful camera. I particularly like the lens on this thing, guys. It just feels so nice and sturdy. That is a heavy duty camera. Yeah, just looking at the top here. Here you have, I think that's the film counter here. And that would be the shutter release or shutter release button. And what is that? Over here I see that's the shutter speed dial. Oh, that is the film rewind knob. So you rewind it. Interesting. That's the film advance, obviously. Advance. That was smooth, guys. That was very smooth. And does it fire? Will it fire? I don't know. This is just advancing. Doesn't fire. Is there a reason why it won't fire? Let's see. Did I lock it up or something? No. Or is it because there's no film in it? That's why it just doesn't fire. Let's see. Maybe this is locked up. It could be. Okay, let's see. Maybe when it's in the middle, then it's open. I don't know. Oh, and it is true. Okay, that is a pretty interesting design. See, what happens is you have to, when you see that gap right there and here, when this is aligned to the gap, then you can actually open the back. So spinning, this is locked, it will not open. But when it's aligned to the gap, then both sides can just falls off quite easily. Interesting design. And as you can see, the curtain is in very good shape. The inside of the camera looks very impeccable. It looks nice. Okay, so this comes off as well. That's the M32 mount. It's pretty nice. It looks nice on the inside. Look at that. It's really nice. Okay. Shutter not firing. Not sure why. On a positive note, this camera is very clean. All throughout. Very clean. So that's a good thing. Just like that, I have some expired film. So I'm gonna load this up and we'll see if this thing actually works. Because I don't, unless it's a mechanism built into this camera, I don't see why it shouldn't be firing even without film loaded. But anyways, the canister goes in quite easily like that, right? Stretch it past these guides. You can see the little ridges, those notches. So you have to fit the film over those ridges nicely like that. Now I'm just gonna insert it first. Okay, so now it's on both sides of this. That's a good thing. That's what you want, like that. Let me wind it a little bit more. Look at that, like that. So now it's fully taken. That's a good sign. Okay, let me cover this up, make sure it's in. For film economy, you want to not expose too much. Okay, goes this way and then down, goes that way and then down. Actually, no, not the other way, like this. This flap can only go down in one direction. If you look carefully, you'll see there's a little gap on this side here, but there's no gap on this side. So you cannot pull this flap down this way, but it goes down the other way, like that. So that's how it's designed to fall in this direction and in that direction. Now this is closed. I can wind it fully. And let's see if it fires. I'm getting concerned here. Let's put the lens on now. Okay, the lens is on. This doesn't fire still. Okay, now it's locked. It's not working. Okay, I'm getting concerned. I am quite concerned here because this thing just seems to just wind but not fire. It doesn't even stop it from just continuously winding. Let me see if it has anything to do with this. Usually I don't do that, but just for this camera I'm just gonna activate the self timer mechanism, and it doesn't even work. Oh, look at that. I don't know what I did right. Hopefully it will fire this time. So that activates the self timer. If this actually works, that would be amazing. The shutter actually worked. It actually worked. Okay, let's wind again and oh. Now it's working, guys. Now it's working. So what I was actually doing wrong is that this little knob here that sits on top here is actually the shutter release, and you are able to literally push it down and spin it to, look at this, if I spin it anti-clockwise in this direction like that, it sets it down and it locks it, the whole thing, in place. So I can do this as many times as I want, but it will not trigger the shutter. But if I spin it the other way, notice how it just pops out. I'll do it again so you can see. Like that, push it down, spin it, see how it stays on like that. But when I push it down and spin the other direction, it pops out. Now the shutter is activated. Interesting. Very interesting design. So that way you can pack your camera knowing that it's safe, it will not be triggered accidentally. So the good thing is that, okay, so this actually works. That's a very good thing. Let's take a closer look at the lens here. So this lens is actually quite nice. I really like the design aesthetics of it. What I see here, this would be the focusing ring, and as you move it, you notice how it just displaces it forward and backwards like that. It's not the smoothest movement here, but I think it's because the lens is kind of old. Yeah, it's not the smoothest operation here. This part here, not sure. Not sure what that is for. Is this for like fine focus? Oh, and this part here, you can see, that's the aperture. That's basically the aperture ring. So you can change it from 3.5 f3.5 to f16, and you can tell from this dot right there. So that's f3.5, f16. Not bad at all. And that's basically the operations of this camera. I guess once you know this camera and how it operates, it's not too bad. So thanks so much guys for joining me on this episode. This is the camera here. Look at this beauty. It is quite beautiful. Very beautiful camera. And I'm gonna have some fun time shoot it with the film that's loaded in there, and that's expired film. So we'll see. I'll take it out for a spin and I'll share the results with you guys later. So catch you on the next one guys. Take care.